Ferdinand, another centre-back, and that's the worrying thing for me going into the World Cup, that probably Ledley King's our best centre-back and he's playing once every 6 or 7 weeks. So that's a real worry for me, that the form of those two boys, they need to pick it up. They're two excellent players, but their form has been poor.
Let's talk about the race for fourth now. Let's go back to Tottenham. Great week for them. Well, after losing to Portsmouth, it was. They beat Arsenal, beat Chelsea. That win over Arsenal, was that the catalyst to them really believing that actually fourth could be theirs?
Well, I think when anyone goes to the Lane and the crowd gets behind them, it's like an old-fashioned stadium there. Everything's close to the pitch, and it's a special atmosphere. And when they get it going, and this goal, I mean, seemed to just turn it all around. Danny Rose, I mean, probably haven't seen him since, the young lad, but that really could be remembered for turning their season round at such a late stage. Not turning it round because they've had a good season anyway, but everybody's worrying them about that fourth spot that they didn't get a few seasons ago when they had to play West Ham last game of the season. This is a great chance. It may not come up again because the top sides are going to strengthen. Spurs are going to have to decide whether they strengthen in the summer. You have to grab the opportunity when it's there. Now the pressure's really on Spurs, and I can see it being a playoff, that Man City game. But they've got to play at Eastlands. That will be a playoff in itself between the two for that fourth spot now. But Spurs have done extremely well to hang it on in there, and good luck to them now. Good luck.
City go to Arsenal, of course. Emmanuel Adebayor going back. Has he put pressure on himself by what happened at the City of Manchester Stadium in September? Yeah,
but I think sometimes you thrive on that little bit of pressure. You like, you like. I don't mean you like winding the crowd up, if you like, but you like doing well against your old side. So you like having the pressure put back on you. And if you're any kind of player, that's what it's all about, playing in pressure situations. Yeah, this was a bit stupid, running the length of the pitch to the Arsenal fans, because he had good times there, and really Arsenal made him. Wenger made him. He was a good player before, but when he went to Arsenal, Wenger made him into a very, very good player. So there was no need for that, the crowd does wind you up now and again, but there's no need for it.
Yep. Tottenham, Man City in the pole positions. Aston Villa, they won this week. Are they still in with a chance?
Excellent. Went up to Hull. I just got back an hour ago. God, is that a long way or what? I was commentating on this game, and I had a bit of a nightmare, Hull, actually. First goal, Paul McShane, bit of a wild lash at it. Great finish from Bonlahor. Had a chance just after that, Kilban, very similar, with just one player on the line. He beat 2 players on the line and the keeper there at Bonlahor. Kilban missed it, and that was it. It was game over, really. And Villa, they seem to be playing on autopilot at the moment. They're like, because it's the same team. You could go, well, you get the team sheets before the game and you commentate, and you go, Villa, oh yeah, I know that one. That's it, ditto. But they've done really well, and they've hung on in there. And like Spurs, like Man City, done extremely well. And Liverpool could find themselves outside of those 3 as well, because I think those 3 have all had better seasons than Liverpool.
What about Liverpool? No Torres, of course, we know. And Gog has got to step up. Is he good enough to step up?
Not as good as Torres. He's a decent player, Gog, but he's nowhere near as good as Torres. I mean, this was I don't know whether it was a good performance by Liverpool, such a poor and weak and lame performance by West Ham, who looked like they were going through the motions, thinking, right, we got Wigan Saturday, that's our big game, we'll just give this one up. That was an abject display. That was poor. I mean, watching that game there, I thought, come on, boys, make a game of it. You've gone up there, look, have a go. I played against better Liverpool sides than that, great Liverpool sides, and you went and had a go. That was really, really poor, one of their poorest performances of the season. But for Liverpool, they're an ordinary side now, Mike. They're an ordinary side, and the placing suggests that as well. And you watch them and you think, where is it going to come from? And without Torres, and OK, Stevie G's there, but he still hasn't got anyone to put that little ball through to. They've become an ordinary side, Liverpool, and that's sad. I think out of the 2 Merseyside teams, Everton are the better team. If you put 11 against 11, Everton have got the better side.
Oh, that is a big call. All right, let's look at the race to avoid the drop then. The bookmakers this week said Burnley were 50 to 1 on to go. Are they right?
Yeah, Burnley, in my eyes, will be gone. I mean, they'll have a little bit of a lifeline this weekend, because I think Liverpool rest a lot of players with a second leg of the Europa Cup semi-final coming up. So they'll rest a lot of players for that one, and it's a must-win game. But that 4-point gap in effect is 5 points because of the goal difference that West Ham is so superior to Hull and to Burnley. So I can't see them doing enough to keep up. I think West Ham are going to win against Wigan on Saturday. Wigan are an absolute nightmare. The punters, Alex, the punters, like Wigan, you just cannot make them out. You know, they beat Arsenal and then they lose against one of the easier sides. You couldn't back Wigan for the life of you, but I think West Ham are doing enough against Wigan, and they've got to do it to stay up. I think they've got Wigan, they've got Fulham away, Man City last game of the season. Your mob, Mike. Not allowed to say that, am I?
You can say what you like. They all know by now.
So I think West Ham have got enough to stay up, but they've been helped by some poor teams down the bottom.
OK, so who's going to go then? Burnley and Hull?
Burnley and Hull would join Portsmouth in my eyes. I thought Hull had to get something out of that Villa game, at least a point, because of the goal difference is so superior. So Hull and Burnley to go. West Ham to survive, which has been a unbelievable season, you know, with all the two-ins and
Zola to go. Zola to go.
Zola, I believe will go. Yeah, I believe he will go. Maybe the end of the season. I don't think he'll be able to work with the owners. I think he's an honourable man. I think he will go, and I just think it's not a situation that he can work in, not an environment that he can work in.
Let's have a look at the fixtures tomorrow then, Tony. Get your predictions quickly, please.
Quick predictions. I'm going to go for a draw up the top. Alex is on the old pen there. You owe me one and all, Alex.
Only one.
I owe you a few and all. Arsenal, Man City, I'm going to go for a draw. Bolton to win against Portsmouth. Hull and Sunderland, I'm going to go for a draw there, which it won't be enough for Hull. Man United, Tottenham, I'm going to go for a Man United win. West Ham to beat Wigan, I've already mentioned. Maybe a draw in that one down the bottom there. Just the draw for Wolves will be enough to inch them a little bit further to safety. So a draw in the Wolves-Blackburn clash.
These are the games on Sunday then?
Yep, I'm going to go for a Villa win in a derby because I think they'll lift themselves again, and they've just got that continuity. Although they're looking a little bit tired and autopilot, the continuity of the team, similar to Fulham, is that they all know what each other's doing. So a Villa win there. Burnley against Liverpool. I'm going to go for a draw because I think Liverpool will field a weakened side. They've got every right to as well. Chelsea to beat Stoke. And at the bottom, I'd love Fulham to get a point, but I think they might just about arrive in time for kick-off. So I'm going to go for an Everton win.
Right, you told us who's going to go down. Who's going to finish fourth and who's going to win the title?
Who's going to win the title? I'd have to stick with Chelsea because they're the favourites so far. Who's going to finish fourth? I'm still going to go with Man City because they got the advantage because they're playing Spurs at Man City. And who's going down? I said it will be Hull and Burnley along with Portsmouth.
Tony,
and
good stuff.
It'll all be completely wrong, Alex, won't it?
Just goes like that
just
sometimes,
say
doesn't
just say
it? It sometimes just goes like that.
It's hard, our job, isn't it, tipping?
Stick at it.
Thank you.